We are airborne and Forerunner Phaetons.
Excellent.
Hello, Why 2000 here, and Warzone has great potential for future Halo games, and maybe even in future DLC. So today, we are going to take a look at the potential the bosses have in them, and how they can make the fight with the bosses a lot more interesting. What sort of new bosses they can add, and that won't be forgotten by Halo fans anytime soon, and will find ourselves playing those and fightless bosses and having a blast and rushing towards them the moment they spawn in. Halo isn't known for the boss battles, but what they are known is for their massive tanks. Now, think about this a second, the potential and the blast you could have if the bosses in Halo 5 Guardians were scarabs, both Halo 2 and Halo 3 models, as well as litches from Halo 4, and the Kraken from Halo 5 Guardians. Imagine the blast and how much fun you'd have taking those on. Like, you'll sort of be half treating it as a base of operations as well as an enemy. That sort of scenario could happen. And once the core's destroyed, you could just get like ambushed into that place, and it's just like a rush to escape. And the amount of potential that sort of battle could have is just amazing. Like, imagine you're in a Kraken and it's just like hostiles all around you, and there's nowhere for you to get out, so you can't blow up the core there, and you basically just turn the whole thing into a base of operations. You won't get the points, but you still have a giant base hovering around, not allowing the enemy to get in. This could lead to a massive stronghold, and it's sort of a dilemma, because it's like, do we destroy it, get the points? But in the end, we might just lose, because it could be a close battle or something. Or do we take over the Kraken, kill all the grunts and elites and whatnot, or board it, and then just hold out there, just like stay inside the Kraken or Lich or Scarab, and just like fortify it. I mean, especially for the Kraken would be a blast. I mean, imagine you're playing on Legendary and you took over the Kraken, but there's a huge battle going on outside. Okay, this is campaign mission. Remember that moment when you destroy the Kraken? Well, imagine it was on Legendary when you did it, and if you already did it on Legendary, props to you. And you take over the Kraken. The Kraken is secure, but there is a ginormous battle on the outside which you won't be able to take on without heavy armor, and I'm talking about more than a few Phaetons. That's a perfect chance to fortify the Kraken and blow that up in the end of the mission. Imagine how fun that would be. So the Kraken, the Scarab, and the Lich has huge potential for its functions in campaign and multiplayer, because A, you get a dilemma, and B, who doesn't want to take out a Lich or Scarab or Kraken? And it may be far-fetched to get Thea in Halo 5 Guardians. I doubt it'll be in the DLC, unless the Scarab is a bigger deal for Halo Reach, which it probably isn't. It's only seen like once in the campaign, well, twice. But it was very minor appearances. And all they were really there for is so that Noble 1 has something to ram his Pelican into, because Bungie wants to kill off all of Noble team except for Noble 3. And it's just like, and it's just, what? And it's just like, in Halo 6, it can't happen. The Warzone maps in Halo 5 may be too small for a huge flaming Kraken, but a Lich and a Scarab might be able to fit into that sort of scale. But in Halo 5 Guardians, it's very unlikely that'll be coming in. Yeah, again, 343 Industries has surprised me so far, and we never know. It's good to be optimistic, but it's still unlikely regardless. But it's a huge possibility for Warzone, making the bosses so much more fun. The actual Kraken itself is a boss, but you fortify it and it's basically a boss that you're working with. Imagine how much fun that would be. Like, good luck to the hostiles that are dealing with that sort of scenario if that ever becomes a thing. I mean, a Kraken might be too far-fetched for a Warzone map, as it is flaming huge. I mean, it has like 5 decks and 4 huge flaming legs, and it's just like, it's too big. It's too big to play in a Warzone match. So I either have to have its scale increased in Halo 6, or we can resort to the Lich and the Scarab, as those two also have that sort of potential. I mean, the Scarab might, but not to the same extent. But the Lich is just... But the Lich, if there's one boss I wanted to see in Halo for Warzone, it's the Kraken. The Kraken is huge, and even if they do get on board, it's like taking over a flaming spaceship. I mean, they are, but a huge one. I mean, a Lich can sort of work for that, but it just doesn't seem that intense. I mean, it's just great potential, and 343 Industries has great potential for their Halo games. They need to use that potential to satisfy the Halo consumers. I mean, Halo fans. But Halo 5, I personally think Halo 5 is a very good game. It's just like when I saw the first complaint, it's like, oh, really? It's just like, I understand with Halo 4, but Halo 5 Guardians, there's no better Halo game you can ask for. I mean, they can't get rid of Brent. I just can't see them taking out Brent. And it would just it may satisfy me, Halo 5, for Brent to be removed, but it would also cause an outcry. And it's just that sort of dilemma. So anyway, off topic. Yeah, when I was... One of the complaints I saw was about the bosses. And I was like, yeah, the bosses do seem quite powerful. And not really interested in fighting off the bosses. But getting to encounter a Kraken, a Scarab, or a Lich in Warzone as a boss would have all 24 players on the map moving in to take it out. I mean, with the Kraken, it sort of forces you to infantry battle as well. It's like you're fighting over this fortress just so that you can destroy it to gain a little bit of points. But if you can secure it, do you want the points, or do you want to have a fortress and flaming out gun the enemy? that's great with the Kraken. However, the Scarab and the Lich will still have people like rolling in on it. It's just like the Lich and the Scarab. Like, they will still want that down and have a blast taking it down, but they won't be able to fortify it like you would with a Kraken. Yet again, you do always get that one troll who likes to ruin the entire game and will probably blow up the core, and there's nothing anyone can do about it because there's no friendly fire. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing, I'm just saying it's gonna be annoying if there's a flaming Kraken. We fortify it, we secure it, and we just rain down plasma on the enemy, and then there's that one guy who just goes to the car and blows it up. It will just infuriate the entire team. But that's not FIFA Free Industries' concern. That's a concern for trolls to stop flaming trolling. But I would love to see one of these 3 vehicles in Halo 5 Guardians in form of a boss. It would be an amazing 10th experience for the Warzone experience on the boss side. Especially with the Kraken, as I said already. I just can't get how amazing it would be to have a Kraken on the match. I mean, with the Kraken, it would actually introduce teamwork into Warzone if you fortify the Kraken. Like, people say that with huge games like Warzone or Battlefront or Battlefield, it's just like, there's no teamwork, it's just like, run in, get killed, respawn. But with the Kraken, the addition of the Kraken would introduce a ton of teamwork and would change all of their thoughts. And it's just like the potential these sort of vehicles have if they're brought to Warzone in form of an enemy boss would just be mind-blowing. Like, imagine the exciting veterans flaming and fighting off the Scarab, reminding them of the good times in Halo 3. And maybe then, and everyone who plays Halo 5 Guardians or Warzone, with the amount of epic moments with the Kraken, which will go down in Halo history, which was, and it's just like mind blown. Now, whether the Xbox One will be able to handle the Scarab and the Lich, but the Kraken is a different question, because you have everything else going on in Warzone, as well as the Kraken. Albeit though, not much, as everyone would be headed straight for the Kraken. But still, compared to the rest of the Warzone match, for those who are for some reason not interested, like someone who might just be picking off hostiles there as a sniper or something, I don't know. But whether or not the Kraken can be handled for the Xbox One is a question. We're unlikely to get a Kraken in Halo on the Xbox One. Maybe next Xbox generation, who knows? We might get a Kraken in multiplayer. The Scarabs and Lich, I am a tiny channel, so unless there's a video explodes, the odds are no one's going to take notice of it and just and bring 343's attention. And I never saw any videos about it, so I doubt 343 Industries is considering Scarabs and Litches as a boss. But it's just a video to get my thoughts out on the matter, on how amazing it would be to have these 3 bosses in the game. You can keep the rest, but make them minor bosses, even the Warden Eternal. And to make the major bosses, the big Krakens, the big Scarabs, and the big Litches. And it will just go down in Halo history. It will be like a moment not experienced by many veterans since Halo Reach. And no doubt about it, it will draw in a lot of Halo fans. The a lot more people may be interested in Warzone and maybe even Halo 5 in itself. So that's what I think. What do you think? Do you reckon these 3 vehicles should be in Halo 5? Let me know in the comments. So yeah guys, this is Why Not 2000 signing off.
It's tight quarters on the other side, sir. Use this.